Back to this again.
So many buttons. How many centuries would it take to press them all? Huh. Didn't expect those pooches to actually recycle them all.
Huh? What are these?
For your safety?
For my safety? Are these
Not exactly. Lately there's been a prankster in the suite. According to those involved, he said something like, just press this button and all of Penacony will explode. Luckily, no one believed him. Still, the Bloodhound...
Where's that prankster?
Yeah, that guy has... However, you know, anyway, the family will deal with these things.
Hello? The Talent Motivation Department? Again? Internal review? I'm working on a major project. I don't have time to squabble with you guys. The way I handled the Urillo case was approved by senior management, and all of the project logs and calls are complete. I just don't understand. Why are you so fixated on this minor case and constantly escalating it?
Sounds exhausting. Why not? In my opinion, you handled that project quite well. A little ball of ice in exchange for the Astral Express's good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department. It's been a while, little Yelena. I've been looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon. Is there trouble? You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
It's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with you.
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and treat me as your equal.
I'm sorry, but it might take some time to get used to that. After all, you are a senior.
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stone Hearts, I need you to be at your best. As sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the true purpose of this conference.
I believe old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our limits before the official negotiations between the IPC and Penacony.
That's true, and it works in our favor.
If we can reach some sort of agreement with old Oti beforehand, and gauge our opponent's boundaries, our future negotiations will go much more smoothly.
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that the 5 lineages might not be as long as the influence of harmony hasn't completely permeated their core. Personal desires. It's similar to the power struggles within the IPC. The supposed...
After the downfall of the Yoke family, old Oti's faction became the dominant force in Penacony. Even if we consider only...
Yes. That's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy.
Absolutely. The 3 steps of negotiation.
Pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order in the...
That was...
I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but the family head is...
Time to get to work. Let's prepare. Remember, our goal is to create...
Please, have a seat. Welcome aboard, my dear ladies.
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa. It's my honor to meet you in person. You may not be aware, but the book Odi Alfalfa, the biography, is a must-read for all Strategic Investment Department employees.
After all, to many, you are the legendary figure who single-handedly built the Penacony economy.
I expected no less from the 10 Stonehearts from the Strategic Investment Department. You're definitely skilled in the art of conversation. I always enjoy talking to smart people because we don't have to beat around the bush. We can just get straight to the point instead. Since I invited you...
The future of Penacony, if I'm not mistaken.
Precisely. Those few words represent a terribly complicated situation indeed. Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort and almost got himself killed. But wasn't it eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain control of the precious Astana?
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 Amber Eras are truly impressive. Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa. How would you respond to the IPC's actions?
I appreciate your composure, Miss Jade. You must have witnessed much in your worldly experiences. However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony. Old Oti won't sit idly by when faced with a greedy wolf.
Please.
Then I'll be straightforward. I requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a finger on Penacony. If you back off now, you can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more important negotiations.
One of our P-45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the Dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Moreover, considering the turbulence during the Charmony Festival, Penacony's credibility has taken a hit in the public's eyes. Despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony are real, are they not?
You use the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you want to succeed here, you need ambition and unconventional thinking. Curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC? Well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a significant step forward by self-listing and going public.
Going public?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC and go public on a universal scale.
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of the sweet dream to the entire universe. Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the land of the dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose. This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blinded by order. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite...
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting for the right moment for Penacony to regain the spotlight. And if Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene, every move we make will be scrutinized by trillions of people.
Now I'm convinced that you've indeed familiarized yourself with my biography, Miss Jade. So, about your next move. Please, consider it carefully.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a wealth of information. I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer privately for a few moments.
Of course. Take your time, dear ladies.
The Alfalfa family had a meeting with the IPC.
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. It's not hard to imagine. Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces casting greedy eyes and the undercurrent of order lurking within. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats, Penacony would rather take a step back and invite the IPC to negotiate at the table, ostensibly to cooperate, but in reality, to secure more opportunities for their own survival.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express. In your opinion, who should we stand behind?
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons, if either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony, it would return to its previous illusory dream of hedonism, and the efforts of those previous nameless would once again... There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb you since you were in a deep sleep.
Even long dreams eventually come to an end. Our adventure in Penacony is reaching its conclusion. After Enna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation. Most members of the Oak family fell unconscious, but fortunately, their lives were not in danger.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already. He'll face a trial. As for further...
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the sweet dream, significantly eroding their credibility in the process. While quite different from the truth, this appears to be the outcome with the least impact.
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, here's a toast, with 3 glasses of Glory of the Trailblaze to all. Yeah, it's good to see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
We'll stay a bit longer, but not too long.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then it seems music, atmosphere, maybe a special drink to honor those who are not here. Let's see, the mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, to the nameless resting in peace. Ready to mix your drink? I'm not sure. I haven't seen him since our last meeting at the lounge. We used to discuss everything here. But every time he'd leave, I'd realize that I didn't know him at all. I have a hunch. Perhaps he's already fulfilled his wishes and won't be coming back. Before we start, would you like to...
This trailblazing expedition has been one bird long, however, facing... Since the family took... That's the claim, the family. Venturines as far as the Astral Express. Well, it was when I realized that the conclusion of a journey can...
It's rare for all passengers. Given the conductor's presence, there's... In my dream, the express stopped at many places, and passengers came and went. However, the 5 of us were always present, and the journey seemed never-ending. Perhaps this could be a deep-seated desire inside me, and upon realizing this, no related... However, now that more powers in the universe are aware of this secret, the situation in the cosmos... like I said, we'll go and see.
Ready to mix your drink? Before we start, would you? All right, I think I have an idea about what drink to make. Would you like it bitter or sweet? It's up to you. Choose. Drowning sweetness. One of the most challenging drinks to make. However, with the right ratios, you get a uniquely sweet drink with a lingering aftertaste. Not a bad choice. Let's start mixing. Words always fall short. If you want to bring closure, blend all your memories and emotions together. Well, it's done. Here's to the nameless resting in peace. The spirit of freedom will spread far and wide among the stars. We're not accepted by the outside world, so we've gathered here. And one day, our souls will return to cheers. Oh, are you leaving? Oh, then take this with you. I've mixed more of this last special drink for you.
Thank you. I'm sure it'll leave a lasting impression.
If you happen to run into Gallagher, make sure he has a sip too. Alright, enough with the heavy stuff. You guys have important things to take care of, whether it's the Astral Express or Penacony. There's still a long journey ahead, and embark towards our tomorrow.
Old Oti is a tricky opponent. I didn't expect him to take the risky step of going public at such a...
Indeed. He's definitely bold. It's that kind of boldness that made him the Odi Alfalfa. Still, the outcome is uncertain. Shouting loud doesn't necessarily carry any weight.
They agreed. But it'll take some time before they arrive.
Just as it should be. The sweet dew should be served after the bitter poison.
Looks like we'll be skipping the exchanging apples step.
Now that we're dealing with a greedy merchant, a simple apple wouldn't make a difference. Well, I guess I included myself in that remark too. Now I'm a bit curious, Topaz. Do you think Penacony is a quality asset?
Yes. Despite its recent calamity, Penacony remains a top quality asset within the cosmos. With good credit, lucrative potential, and promising prospects.
Well, that's obvious. But what I truly wanted to know is... this project is obviously too bland for your taste.
That's true. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Venturine.
But despite that, you trust him. You even entrusted him with a cornerstone.
Are you not in the same boat, Miss Jade? Without us playing along, your Jade Stone wouldn't have made it across the border so easily, allowing you to see all desires that flow through dreams to gain a bargaining chip and that's why I'm willing to stake my topaz stone to cover for you. It's like one big elaborate game of chess.
Once that kid sets his mind to something, nothing can stop him. Not even fate. Well, at least he's still alive, and that's the best outcome.
Looks like we've strayed off topic, Miss Jade. Should we discuss our next steps?
No need. I'll go it alone. Meanwhile, you can go greet our honored guest and wait for my message.
Okay.
Is that Robin? Huh. She's also here on the Radiant Feldspar. Greetings, Miss Robin. I didn't expect to meet you here.
Miss Jade? Greetings. The opening ceremony for the Charmony Festival has been moved to the Radiant Feldspar, so I'm here making some preparation. How about you?
I'm actually on my way to meet him right now. Do you know him well, Miss Robin?
Unfortunately, I've never met him. I've only heard a few comments from the former head of the Oak family. Mr. I believe the sweet dream will see the Harmony needs a new direction. There are no permanent allies or everlasting...
Naturally.
See you later, Miss Jade.
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Alfalfa.
Figured out something already?
Topaz says something else to take.
Is it just me, miss? Your tone sounds very different now.
I need to set a good example for my junior. It's not a good habit to be too loose-lipped during negotiations. Now we can speak frankly and openly. Do you believe what I said, Odie? You're not the only merchant who has seen the changes in the cosmic market.
Interesting. Now that's interesting. Good. It's good to be straightforward. Openness and transparency are my things. So, tell me, what's your next move?
Unfortunately, I'd like to speak the harsh truth before laying out my plan. Let's cut to the chase. First, your plan won't work. Penacony has no way of sidestepping the IPC and going public. Second, you can't stop the IPC from entering Penacony. We've got all the time and connections in the world to find a way in. We'll keep tearing down and rebuilding this place until the Asdana system gets used to the IPC's ways again. Now, I'm repeating your words exactly. If you don't want to be a laughingstock and have everyone gunning for you at the official conference, you'd better drop your little pie-in-the-sky plan.
Oh, interesting. You surely have a way with words. Now, I'm curious to know what you have up your sleeve.
Mr. Alfalfa, let's not forget that the IPC controls the biggest interstellar publicity platform. More than half the news networks in the universe take their orders from us. The moment news spreads about Penacony going public, trillions of customers will immediately receive a message like this. The family's protection for Penacony has expired. Any mishaps in the care to guess how many ways we have to turn
You really think you can pull that off?
even from Pier Point, as distant as it may be. However, if you agree to give up that half-baked plan, after all, we also need allies here in Asdana. The IP
30% equity.
You're a smart merchant, Oldo. It benefits us if we both... I understand your concern.
Fine. Now I see you're sincere. However, as their chosen...
Go ahead.
When I was a child, I heard the adults recite the tale of the ancient Ember Era. The Order and the Preservation used to be close in ancient times.
The answer is simpler than you think. It's all about credits. Everyone's favorite, with each new world integrated into the credits. By then, all planetary
And then the IPC will be able to exert influence over...
Our intention is to establish enduring preservation. So I'm sure you can understand. This universe doesn't need two types of order.
Well said. Now you've... All right. Tell me your solution.
Then let's continue our conversation. Please, Topaz, invite sweet... Thank you for your presence, Miss Himeko. Please allow me to introduce her to you, Mr. Alfalfa. This is Miss Himeko from the Astral Express, one of the future shareholders of Penacony.
I've heard so much about you, Mr. Alfalfa. It's an honor to meet you as representative of the Astral Express.
This stunning lady is the navigator of the Astral Express.
I believe everyone here is familiar with the general contents of the proposal. After this round of financing, the IPC is expected to hold 30% of Penacony's shares. Then, the IPC will transfer 5% of that stake to the Astral Express and recommend Miss Himeko as an independent director to honor the sacrifices and contributions made by the former Nameless to the land.
While this decision isn't finalized yet, we are honored that everyone here recognizes the way of the Trailblaze. While the Nameless didn't embark on their journeys for fame or fortune, if this is the wish of both the family and the IPC, I will represent the Astral Express and fulfill my duty as a member of the board of directors. The entire crew has agreed to assist in the reconstruction of Penacony. Beyond that, in our future travels, we are committed to bringing the beautiful dreams of the planet of festivities to more worlds. Of course, all cooperation is based on one premise. The path of harmony in Penacony must not be distorted again, and such a tragedy must never recur.
Old OT is in agreement, so the issue is settled.
They will soon realize the situation.
When should we schedule the formal negotiations?
It's all up to you.
But Miss Jade, this is...
Aventurine initiated this case, and you were his project partner. If that kid hadn't overplayed his hand, I wouldn't have been pushed to the forefront. I came here today to help you sort out the toughest issue. I trust you'll be able to wrap things up quite nicely, little Yelena.
Of course. There won't be any problems. And please, give Diamond my assurance.
Don't worry. Diamond has always trusted us. Radiant Feldspar. What a fantastic ship.
You want to open a Bon and Jade exchange branch on this ship too?
Opportunities like this don't come around often. Just look at the guests on this ship. Well, I'll take my leave. A pawn shop can't run without a boss. See you around, Topaz.
I have one more question for you, Miss Jade.
Go ahead.
That dose of bitter poison. I'm curious as to how you found this information.
I didn't find the information. It came to me. In return, I've agreed to help her with something. But that's for later. You see, that's what investment is all about. Like right now, for example. It's just about time my final guest boarded the ship.
Sneaking in was way easier than I thought. The family's security is as lax as ever. So, this is the Radiant Feldspar. So luxurious. A pawn shop that grants wishes. Is there really a place like that on the ship? I'll find out for myself if the rumors are true or not. Is that her? Huh. Vanished in the blink of an eye. So the Astral Express is here too.
By the way, there's one more thing. Mr. Alfalfa and I discussed it. Please help me with the necessary arrangements.
Right away, Miss Robin.
Can I ask you something?
Oh, greetings, miss.
Do you know how to get to the pawn shop?
Pawn shop? Ah, you must be talking about Lady Bonajade's place, right? I heard she offers, special services there. I've marked the pawn shop's location on your device.
Lady Bonajade. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Was it from Silverwolf? Come to think of it, she disappeared after mentioning that she was going to meet with the Genius Society. I wonder how things turned out for her. Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
Welcome to Bonajade Exchange, Radiant Feldspar branch. How should I address you, dear lady?
Just call me Samuel.
Samuel. Nice name. So what do you need, Miss Samuel?
I want to keep on living. And for that, I'm willing to give up
Everything you have.
That's right. Everything.
Miss Samuel, I think you'd best turn around. It seems you're not quite familiar with the term pawn.
What do you mean?
I mean it literally. I sense your burning desire to live, but unfortunately, you don't have anything of equal value to offer.
Okay. A pawn shop that grants wishes. I see. It's just a marketing gimmick.
Well, that's quite a harsh accusation. I understand you may not fully comprehend what I mean, but don't worry. Go and talk to these people. They're all customers of my pawn shop. Once you've done that, come back to me. I'll help.
That Lady Bonajade feels more like a money lender rather than the owner of a pawn shop. Well, I've got nothing better to do anyway. I'll do as she says and see what happens.
Enough talk. This will be our final game.
Oh, a big talker.
I won? I actually...
This can't...
It's true! Lady Bonajade has truly blessed me! Finally, my luck has turned for the better!
No danger detected. But never let your guard down.
Excuse me, I was here first.
Prepared a gift for you, Dorothy.
Whoa! What a beautiful necklace! How did you know I love jewelry made of cymothane?
So... Will you go out?
I will. Really? I never said yes before because I thought you had no idea what I liked. But this...
Wonderful. So, shall we go, Dorothy?
Yeah, let's go.
Did you see that? The gray-haired one outside.
Don't look around, just focus on your drink. Seriously, they look...
Is that... her?
Yeah, you heard right. I've got him. He's been hiding at the moment of soul in Penacony, using a fake identity. I've made a deal with the family. How'd I find him? Well, 22 years. Yeah. I'm gonna hang up for now, partner. I need to...
All of their wishes actually did come true. But... I just don't understand. How did she do it? And what does pawn really mean? I should go back and ask. So you're back, Miss Samuel. Yeah. I found, but I'm not sure what you want me to see. Not so fast. This step was just to show you that the Bonajade exchange is genuine. That I had the power to grant their wishes. Dell was from a wealthy family. He was head over heels for Dorothy, and wanted to win her heart. So he made a deal with me. He put up his entire fortune in exchange for a gift that would impress Dorothy. It was a piece of cake for me, thanks to my IPC connections. However, Del will soon find himself evicted from the dreamscape because he can't afford his room. Whether he can bounce back from poverty, well, that depends on him. Let's just hope that necklace will keep their relationship from crumbling. Then there's Stacy, a lady with a gambling addiction. She wanted some serious luck, but she had nothing to offer. So I took something else instead. I took away all her close relationships. From the moment she stepped out of the Bonajade Exchange, every casino in the cosmos would remember her name. But her parents and siblings would sever ties with her, and it would be impossible for Stacy to make any real friends again. She will accrue a vast wealth due to her good luck. But as for Detective Walker, he spent 2 decades chasing down a wanted criminal for some heinous crime. But he never caught the guy. In his desperation, he offered his own memory system as collateral. In due time, his memories as a detective will be erased, and he will completely forget his own identity and all the sacrifices he has made. Interesting, don't you think? I fulfill people's desires and grant them favors, and soon they come back to me with even greater desires. When people see others' desires get fulfilled, they develop their and patience happens to be AR 26710, a remnant of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry.
I'm not surprised.
You are much calmer than I expected. Entropy loss syndrome. Truly an unjust misfortune, isn't it? The higher-ups in Glamoth implemented such a failsafe within the genes of their warriors, just to make sure the Republic's most powerful weapons wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. As for the price, those Iron Cavalries weren't exactly seen as regular, independent humans. However, you are different. You're now a Stellaron hunter, a living being named Firefly. Naturally, you want to continue your existence, but with the firmament front gone, the people who know the secret and can cure the disease are nowhere to be found.
Are you suggesting that the IPC has a remedy?
Well, there might be a silver lining. That's all I can say for now.
I see. It's no wonder you said I can't provide anything of equal value. Because nothing I own holds any meaning. So, you're going to ask me to personally restrain my partners to ensure my own survival?
Unfortunately, that's not quite the case. Partners. A nice way to put it. Now I'm even more curious about the Stellaron Hunters. Each of you has your own identity and a special bond with each other. It's strong and intimate, and yet it allows for independence. Just as the 10 Stonehearts follow Diamond, you follow your own leader. I wonder what they are like, and if all Stellaron Hunters are like you. Traveling on the path of finality, but struggling against your destiny. Attempting to move in the opposite direction. I really hope that one day, all of you will come and visit my pawn shop.
Can I see this as an invitation? From Diamond to the Stellaron Hunters?
Consider it more of a personal offer from myself. It doesn't represent the IPC or the Strategic Investment Department.
The Stellaron Hunters have interacted with the IPC, but not the 10 Stonehearts. Our path... You know who I am. And you must know that my partner is keeping an eye on this room. If she wanted to, she could let the entirety of Purepoint know about it within a few mere seconds. What drives you to take such a risk? And extend this invitation on behalf of Diamond? Even if it could...
Simply put. However, unlike you Stellaron hunters or the Astral Express, we band together merely to obtain what we want. Each of us has our own past and destined ends, and on this journey, we have been invited by Diamond to join him. This journey could be either brief or long, as each of us carries a void in our hearts that can only be filled from the outside. So, Diamond made us a promise to divide the power of the Emanator of Preservation into 10 pieces and give each of us a cornerstone to fill that void. Mortal flesh is fragile, yet my heart is unyielding like the monolith. For without this resolve, the way of preservation would fade into oblivion. So, you understand? This pledge goes beyond a mere oath, and whatever we gain from it will fortify the Stonehearts in return, allowing us to achieve the great cause of the preservation when the war among the eons eventually comes.
I understand.
Take your time, child. You don't need to give me an immediate answer. Like I said, patience is one of my greatest strengths.
If fate turns that page, our paths will cross again. It's a shame, though, that this pawn shop can't give me what I desire.
Lady Bonajade?
Turns out, the meeting to decide the future of Penacony went much smooth. The Charmony Festival's opening ceremony is starting soon. This airship has quite a few treasures, a bountiful harvest.
Remember, I can take you out with just one...
Oh, that'd be my honor. Don't... look who's here. The great hero of the Astral Express. The most dazzling trailblazer in all of Penacony.
Oh, you're here too. Long time no see, friend.
Merely a greeting of platitudes. As long as you and I have an understanding.
Let's set aside those under-the-table dealings for now, partner. Don't want to spoil the festive mood of the Charmony Festival.
Oh, I agree. Now let's congratulate Miss Trailblazer. I hear the family intends to thank the crew at the Charmony Festival. It's a rail. Well, my job was just to give the IPC an opening. Other things aside, I think I did a pretty good job at achieving this. While you were at Dreamflux Reef, we were actually close by. We wouldn't have been able to dig up so much dirty information without the help of a knowledgeable forehead. But that emanator didn't pull any punches. My body couldn't hold out too long. Otherwise, this would have been settled in a much cleaner manner.
No problem. And punishing the wicked and eradicating evil is a top priority. Would have been strange if we sat it out. Making an entrance like that, us Galaxy Rangers are making a comeback. Reckon you'll meet quite a few followers of the hunt on your journey. Do me a favor, pass on my regards, will you? Forget it. I'm not one to beat around the bush. I've got a score to settle with a high-ranking executive fella named Oswaldo Schneider. And this flamboyant fella here can help me find him.
The feud between the Marketing Development Department and the Strategic Investment Department is well known across the cosmos. But what I didn't expect was the involvement of the Galaxy Rangers in this feud. Looks like things are about to get spicy.
Thank you. And I also hope you enjoy yourself, great hero of Penacony.
I'll pass. But I do hope you guys have fun. If you don't mind, let's play a few rounds next time.
Ah, yes. I remember you. Your performance at Herta's space station was adequate, I suppose. No wonder that gambler likes you so much. The Intelligentsia Guild assigned me to be an invigilator for the IPC's ambassadors. Nothing more than an errand from the Office of Academic Affairs. Very well. The Charmony Festival is about to commence soon. Take advantage of this unique opportunity. The blend of work and play is essential for superior knowledge absorption. The executives of the IPC and the Guild say that we are strategic partners. Yet, from my perspective, I am invariably the teacher, and he, along with you and every other individual, is the student. From this perspective, Aventurine isn't what you call an ideal student. Yet, he's also not utterly obtuse. Alas, the void within him can never be filled by talent and knowledge. Let's hope he doesn't turn into a philosophical zombie. Saying such a thing merely indicates that you have not truly grasped the essence of learning. The principle of balancing work and relaxation is scientifically grounded, with the relevant proof process detailed on page 21 of the 31,467th issue of the academic journal Star Caesar. Acquiring knowledge aims to enhance living. Then you'll excuse me.
Well, if it isn't my old... That's what... such a pity. Look how bustle... Oh! I understand. Guess there is no harm telling you. Now that I think about it, it was good that Branya got there when she did in Bellabog.
Now, you set up a surprise for me, didn't you?
The festival hasn't started.
Hi, we meet again.
Who's that?
It's really you. Yes, it's just... 2 murder cases, it's a good thing that you guys managed to overcome all those difficult... Before joining the Stellaron Hunters, Elio told me that this journey... So... yes,
Do you know Miss... She told me her price. No. Of course, I want... Speaking of which, even the smallest of lies. It was an emergency, to me.
It's that girl! Get moving! Arrest that criminal before the...
I can't believe they've chased me this far. The script hasn't reached its end yet.
I hope she's okay. But if it's only those two hounds again, she'll probably be fine. I'll send a message later to check in on her. Let's go attend the Charmony Festival.
Hey there, live. What should I call you? What? So, miss. Oh, this is... Sounds simple enough. To fulfill this wish, the thing I... Well, it's a two-legged animal, with black fur, a round head, and long ears. It's omnivorous and is prone to mood swings. Most importantly, it has mastered the human language and can communicate. Bring its tail to me as collateral, and your... May...
What services do you require?
We meet again, my dear friend. Even after achieving such remarkable feats, you remain... I have heard of your valiant deed in leading others to vanquish the omen of evil. If an admirer of the... Although Mr. Sunday did not cross paths, I didn't pass the trial of beauty. Thank you.
Let's take a seat. Everything... Forget it. Looks like I don't have to...
Wow! It's Hey, Miss Robin!
Distinguished guests, fellow family members, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from all over the cosmos, it's a pleasure to join you all in celebrating the grandest ceremony of the Amber Era, the Charmony Festival. Firstly, and on behalf of myself, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all our guests. As you all may have noticed, this year's Charmony Festival is far from regular. Thanks to the efforts of everyone, this celebration is unprecedented in scale. With not only that, the customary opening ceremony, we invite you to express your warmest applause and deepest appreciation for OT Alfalfa. What makes this festival so uniquely significant? Thanks to the hard work of Penacony's internal and external factions, we've finally gotten the dreamscape back on track, just in time for the Charmony. And finally, the last reason. Does everyone remember the Watchmaker? In truth, The family has poured their efforts into the father of Penacony, Mikhail Char Legwork, one of the legendary Nameless who laid the foundations of Penacony. In the most bewildering times of the planet of festivities, it was he who descended from the sky with his companions, who taught us through trailblazing where freedom lies. It can be said that Penacony's splendid success today is deeply rooted in the trailblazing ethos the Watchmaker planted within us. Only by honoring this trailblazing spirit can we fulfill our mission and spread harmony to a broader audience.
Aw, that's so nice of her. She's talking about us. Oh, come on. It doesn't matter if she's talking about the old or new generation.
And now, the sweet dream is back on track. All thanks to the Trailblaze, of course. Thus, with unanimous consent from the 5 major lineages, Penacony's family, on behalf of all family members throughout the cosmos, offer a token of appreciation to the Nameless.
Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be a big one.
We will transfer ownership of the Radiant Feldspar to the Astral Express. A meager appreciation that we hope you will accept with. Let us give our applause and cheers to these brave and dauntless Nameless.
Nameless! Nameless! Nameless!
And now, I grip to harmony, to the Trailblaze, to the future of Penacony and the universe. And cheers! Cheers!
To make a decision like that. This little bird is no less capable than her brother.
All's well that ends well. Right. But have you forgotten someone, my gray-haired friend? I put a bomb on this ship. You have 10 minutes to find it. Better hurry.
When did this get shoved into my hands? There are still so many bombs. Now is not the time for the plot payoff. I can't... All set. Let's start following the plan.
Let's see. Start from the front.
At least I made some progress.
We got yourself into a pickle. Follow. I need your help with the first case, the second case. Those are all the details. I trust in your deduction. Wrong answer. But seeing as you say.
Nope.
Hello, lovely actor. If you didn't know, I'm well actually due to the current. Sunday, who's that since you're done asking questions? But don't fret.
I get it now. You set up a surprise for me, didn't you?
Hello, I'm a bum. Diffuse? Nope, now playing Never Give Up. Hang on. Oh, aha! They will never say goodbye. Oh, by the laughter. Keep your shirt off. I'm on to you. This evil city, if you wish to defeat me.
I will guide with the rainbow. Please calm down.
You done playing yet?
See you later, everyone! May this faint light dispel the gloom, restore clear skies. Once more,
I can breathe easy again.
The game is fixed.
That's overkill.
Not much time left. Is that a firefly?
28 minutes, 46. You're here! Looks like she also sent you a message. Since you're here, I'll just keep... The sweet dream has lost the protection apart from its creator. It's difficult. Time is running out, and she's a master of disguise. You mean the Watchmaker's guests? That's a pity. The Memo Keeper may be able to teleport the bomb to a deserted location, but... I have found a note inside the doll. I don't know what grudges they have. Actually, do you still remember? The script said that I will experience death, I think, this moment. You may already know that I have no way of evoking dreams. I employ a Stellaron Hunter's special method in order to, as long as I can bear the pain of the Memoria pressure, I'll be able to dive into the primal memory zone. Beyond, I will take this bomb into the depths of the dreamscape. As deep as possible, where there are... Don't worry. I believe that this Firefly armor will be enough to take me to where I need to go before the countdown ends. And maybe even make it back safe. At present, this is our best and most logical course of action. After all, a long story deserves a happy ending. I have some words to share with you, though they were spoken to me by Miss Acheron. At the moment, there are so many things that seem impossible. But are they really never going to happen? Maybe it's just that the moment, whether it be a literal ending, suffering akin to death, or a harrowing deathscape, before the appointed destination arrives, that when that moment arrives for us to make a choice, the answer to our end, it is not destiny that shapes us, but the Astral Express and the Stellaron Hunters are like light and shadow. We walk on different paths, intertwined, moving forward and growing together. Maybe the end is predestined, but it is not today. Since things are going too well, let's speed up the countdown.
Human life is short, just like fireflies to a flame. So if you have an answer in your heart, always remember, don't leave with any regrets. We have this right, don't we?
Since you care so much about other people's safety, Why don't you go take a closer look?
You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams. We each came here with our own goals and realized them in unimaginable ways. Regardless if the result was a sweet illusion or a bitter reality. It was an answer we longed for, day and night. So, why do people choose to slumber? I think it's as you said. Because in the end, we will wake up from our dreams.
When I arrived, I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie for the watchmaker and the war comrade he'd missed his whole life. Mikhail would place 2 bunches of flowers here year after year. Your wishes will always be remembered by someone. Now, Penacony, as you hoped, has welcomed the dawn after a long, dark night. The path forward may not be a bed of roses, but at least people are prepared to step forth towards freedom. Tiernan, you can go home now. While the Nameless are also preparing for the next stop of their voyage.
But before leaving, we still have one last thing to do.
It is my honor. I've said many goodbyes. Yet I am glad that this is the first time I speak these words with a smile. But before leaving, I'm sure you all have plenty to say to the Nameless of the past. A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here.
That statue. It wasn't here last time.
Looks like this is the last riddle that Mr. Gallagher left for us. In the end, we still failed to figure out his true identity.
What should I say? I mean, this guy is definitely a history fictionologist, all right. Either way, he's an enigmatic character. At least our journey together in Penacony was real enough. And his loyalty and love for this land must have been real too. Gallagher, we raise a toast to you to the festival's invitation. If we ever meet again, please don't talk in riddles. Honestly, when I heard the conductor's request, I was pretty surprised. The Nameless. Those who... But it seems...
History may not remember the names of the dead, but the stars will attest to their journeys. The first glimmer of light in the prolonged night often illuminate, but because of this, people will remember. As long as something shines in the night sky. Brooklyn Tiernan, Rosalina J. and Estella, we raise a toast to you, trailblazers of the Silver Rail. A toast to history that no longer remains silent.
Is the Astro Express ready?
Apologies, Mr. Mika.
Oh, that's all right. You've all done so much for the Watchmaker, and we are forever indebted.
What will the people of Dreamflux Reef do?
Many will continue to live here. Penacony's nights are...
Mika and residents, to your tenacity throughout.
In the end, we still came full circle. This trailblazing expedition started from the moment you and a bellboy ran into each other. Just like a clock's hands that turn round and round. There shouldn't be much left to say. This entire adventure started because of you. And then, a new page will be turned. Mikhail Char Legwork, we raise a toast to you. To Penacony's past, present, future.
With that, our duty as Nameless should be complete.
The trailblaze can illuminate the way.
I still feel that Mr. Mikhail must have really wanted to witness this day himself.
What's on your mind, March?
Just a strange feeling. I had it a few stops ago, but it's super strong this time.
Why not talk about it? Maybe everyone's thinking the same thing.
I can't help but think that whether it's Mr. Mikhail, Mr. Tiernan, or Madame Rosalina, their lives must have been long, and they must have experienced plenty of story. They were also young once. Stumbling and bumbling around just like us. Getting into scraps and mischief, that sort of stuff. Companions, enemies, journeys, adventures, all the sad and happy memories. The everyday that we're used to. They've lived through them too. But those things are all in the past. Yeah, maybe that's the precise thing. It'll be easier to understand if I use an analogy. Like when you're reading a book. If one of its characters keeps running into obstacles and experiences an ending full of regrets. Because we've seen every nook and cranny of their lives, so even if there are parts of it that aren't really realistic, nor... But what if they... When Mr. Mikhail sat in this chair, waiting for the Astral Express to arrive every day, what was he thinking? And if, at the end of his life, he could still firmly say he had no regrets, then what is this regret we feel in our hearts?
I think each and every one of us is searching for the answer to the universe is vast, and our lives are but specks. The trailblaze never ends, but against the backdrop of the cosmos. But it is in this minuscule distance that paths cross and countless worlds connect. The universe may not remember every person who leaves a tile. As long as we remember, their stories will never end. And what Mr. Mikhail has left for us is his answer to this very question. It may not be perfect, but it left a smile on this storied, jaded old Nameless's face at the end of his life, and its meaning will be interpreted by those who come after us.
It's not the answer that's important, but what we can learn from others.
This is what trailblazing is.
Sure. I'm really sorry for bringing down the vibe. Quick, Don Hung, tell us a dad joke to lighten the mood.
Oh no.
It's never a bad thing to reflect. One day, we'll all have to face our own farewells.
But before that, we still have a long way ahead of us to...
So the most important thing right now is to tell the conductor what we saw in Penacony. Then prepare ourselves for our next trailblazing.
I should get back to the Express. Or maybe I could say my final goodbye to Acheron.
I get it now. You set up a surprise for me, didn't you?
Do you still remember when we first arrived in Penacony? Who would have... The ocean of stars is vast, but the trailblazing expedition ahead is always full of... Because of the Self-Annihilator's curse. That's right. What matters more is not who I am, but what we have done together. We both still have our own paths to walk. So let's forge ahead.
There. Chin up, Pom-Pom.
Wow. Your method of consolation is...
Still better than just standing there like a scarecrow. Oh, hey, you're finally back. We told Pom-Pom all about our adventure, and they suddenly started...
The conductor, Pom-Pom, is just angry. No matter where the express stops, you lot always manage to cause chaos. My well-thought-out timetable completely ignored. If you carry on like this, the express is gonna run out of fuel. That's right. Pom-Pom is just angry. It's not because of Misha, Tiernan, Rosalina, and the rest.
It's okay. Oh, Pom-Pom, just let it all out. Everyone, could you all take a break in the next car?
But...
Let's go, March.
I never expected Pom-Pom.
Those three nameless must...
No one knows exactly when Pom-Pom... The fact that they're crying so hard is... Leave it to Himiko. Well, they were a little... Since you joined us, the Express has stayed longer than anticipated at...
I see. No wonder I can regularly hear Pom-Pom pacing anxiously up and down the corridor.
Turns out Pom-Pom's been silently putting in a lot of work for us.
Different from typical vehicles, the Astral Express converts every trailblaze into the energy it needs to run. Ideally, as long as trailblazing expeditions continue without interruption, the Express will receive a constant flow of energy. But because of our previous encounters, fuel is being used up much faster than expected. We can probably only pull off 2 more warp jumps at most.
Only 2 more? Isn't that super risky? When you put it like that, but I don't even want to become an adorable ice cube floating around in space again.
Which also means...
Yes, I've already checked the astral charts. The 2 nearest worlds to... As for which one we're headed to...
Or perhaps you might consider... Everyone, we meet again.
It's you! Why were you just in my room?
It's a very cute room, Miss March. Just like you.
Memo Keeper, let's put aside how you managed to sneak past everyone and board the Express.
I accidentally overheard how the Express obtains fuel. I just wanted to chat with everyone to see if we could work together. But now, it appears my suggestion could be the very lifeline that saves everyone.
Please speak candidly. Depending on what you say, we could very well ask you to disembark.
Ah, the Permanence's descendant. What a charming little dragon, especially with those mired memories. But I digress. If the Astral Express is in urgent need of a special trailblazing expedition to recharge its engine, have you all considered this? Perhaps your destination could be a world that even the renowned Akivili never reached. Should you be able to lay down a new stretch of silver rail, the Express may never have to worry about energy ever.
Trailblazing to a world that even Akivili has never been to?
Continue, Memo Keeper. This destination of which you speak, what?
A world that many across the universe don't even know exists. A world hidden away from outside observation. A world fettered by 3 paths, its destiny hanging in the balance. The eternal land, Amphorius.
Ew.
I hope I'm not too late, child.
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? What do you mean?
Negotiation, interrogation, or death, the dance is done.
Despite your fall from...
Do not.
Oh, of course not.
Robin?
To build a true haven where everyone can attain peace. If I told you there was still a chance... I recognize the gravity of this question, which is why you don't have to answer me right now. Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds.
I will.
As I mentioned earlier, a word of advice for you before we part ways. A word of warning. Life is too short to miss out on golden opportunities.
The conductor doesn't allow...
Amphorius.
There's no record of this world in the
Yeah, that's what Miss Black Swan said. You haven't been with us on the...
There's no need to be nervous. I understand that it may be difficult for us today to wrap our heads around the idea that there's a world Akivili didn't venture into. But a journey like that was only routine to the Express crew back then. After all...
We should consider Pom-Pom's opinion, too. They don't know we're considering Amphorius as a destination.
Sure, I'll take care of it. That said, Pom-Pom usually stays out of discussions about destinations. The final decision will likely still be on us to make.
In that case, we'd best take the time to think this over.
Yeah! Plus, even if we pass him...
All right then. For now, I'll let Miss Black Swan know that we're considering the Eternal Land as a destination. Seeing as how this is going to be an unusual...
In other words, we won't be leaving Penacony anytime soon.
Or we could also revisit our previous stops to make sure that the astral charts and navigation routes are all functioning fine.
The Express has been on the go almost the whole time since we left the space station.
Creating chaos is also a means of maintaining social stability, if you ask me.
If you have the time for mindless gossip, you're probably better off spending it on getting actual work done. They say this is all part of ongoing investigation. I mean, look at us.
Sounds like you've got insider intel. Are the stories going around true? Was the furor that broke out a while ago really a result of trouble within the Oak family?
Those are some difficult questions. Didn't I just say that creating chaos is also a means to maintaining social stability? Who knows who's been fanning the flames? But there are a dozen rumors going...
Oh, I've heard those. Conspiracy theories about how the IPC had orchestrated...
Oh, the truth has probably been long buried under all the hearsay. All I can say for sure is that someone's taken the rap for it.
You mean the former Oak family head?
Bingo. Most of the blame was pinned on him when the Charmony Festival was abruptly cancelled. Since then, not a single soul's seen him. Forget his whereabouts. Nobody even knows if he's still alive. Talk about scary. For all we know, we might have watched something go down in history. Like what happened to the Black...
I've heard another theory about that. I beg your pardon, sirs. Dreamweavers are carrying out inspections on the routes around here, and all affected facilities have been closed off. Kindly take a detour in the meantime.
What happened? Was this because of the Stellaron?
There is no cause for alarm, sir. The Stellaron has already been sealed. This is just a routine inspection. A move to heighten security, if you will.
Please rest assured that the family will do everything in our power to protect the sweet dreams of every guest.
I see. We'll leave the two of you to...
Excuse me, sir. Have we met before?
Oh. Do you recall when or where we might have met?
My bad. I must be mistaken. Sorry about that. Sweet dreams to both.
You sure have a knack for stirring up trouble. Of all the routes available, you had to take the one that Bloodhound's keeping watch over.
We shouldn't run into any problems with you around. Even if they see through the Harmony's power of disguise, there'll be a way for us to escape.
Spare a thought for me, will you? Just being in your company is plenty enough to get me into trouble, Mr. Prime Fugitive of Penacony.
And that is exactly why I need you with me. You're the only one I can rely on in Penacony now.
The only one you can rely on, huh? What about her?
At least, she was spared from the consequences of my actions.
What a shame, huh?
Why do you say that?
Just thought that being mean might be more effective than consoling you. I've seen plenty like you. Eager for everyone to take you to task after a setback because that's the only way you'll feel better. As though the more they condemn you, the more likely you can rectify your mistake. That said, if I'd
You're right. I won't deny that.
She should still be in Penacony. Aren't you going to look for her?
That won't be necessary. I'm sure you already know why, considering your vested interest in reading my thoughts. I can't bring myself to see her when I'm a fugitive.
All right, then let's keep going. Helping a fugitive return to their home. So exciting.
I see two bloodhounds. They appear to be on official business, unlike the pair from earlier. What's happening at ID?
Hey! Hey! In case you didn't notice,
My apologies. I forgot that you're not...
Remind me, why do I have to make this trip?
We've been through this. Besides, we once lived a cat-and-dog existence. Embroiling you in my affairs won't weigh on my conscience.
You certainly don't have much of one if you can bring yourself to say something like that.
Yet you will repay this favor all the same. After all...
Holy moly! Can you get any more
When you were abandoned in the wild and near your end, I showed you a way to survive and help when you were at your wit's end and felt lost about your future. I did everything within my power.
Okay, I get it already. You have a way with words, I'll give you that. I don't understand. Why are you hell-bent on going back to Penacony? Did they make you a deal?
You can have your freedom back, but in return you must turn against all whom you once called family?
Regrettably, Lady Bonajade didn't drop so much as a hint about it.
Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dared to exceed his bounds. As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade.
She only left me with a most intriguing message before setting me free. I'll only know when I find out what it is.
But nothing good ever comes out of being in the IPC's debt.
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
By walking...
Or by making amends for past deeds. When it's time to go, this will be farewell for good. So, before I leave Penacony, I'd like to take some time to look back.
Can't you just look back on it from a distance?
There's something else I want to do, too. The embryo of philosophy may have fallen, but the order in Penacony wasn't built in a day. This sweet dream is likely to still contain residual traces of the Oak family's influence.
Get off your high horse. The other 4 families are more than capable of working things out on their own.
I might have gone astray, but others shouldn't have to clean up after...
Then you should also know that the IPC isn't gonna help you a second time.
You know how it is. Old habits die hard. The tie should be on the center line. The shirt must not prick. The same applies when bidding my home.
But what has Ideen Park got to do with you? Don't tell me that the Founder is one of your disguises.
I'm not that old.
Oh, come on. Take a joke, will ya?
Here, because I got stuff I gotta do.